I'm going to show you how to create a work schedule in Excel. Here we have the day shift, and I'm just going to show you a couple of things. So you have the employees, and for every employee when they are working for that day, you put an X next to them. So if this one's working here, and let's say here, and then it counts the number of X's, and you need 4 people to work, and so you need 3 more is what it's saying here. You have the employees listed here, the start date. So this is August 1st, and we could change it to, we could go back in time and change it to July 1st. And you notice that the days of the week change. Okay, because that's based on this, and so now let's go and change it to September 1st. So there you go. Now to start this, I have a blank sheet. I go down to column A, cell row 3, and I write start date or schedule start. And then I double click it. And then below that I would put employee names. So how I'm going to put the dates in is I've put the start date of August 1st in here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go equals, and I'm just going to select my start date here. Now what I'm going to do to format that so I just get the day marked out is I'm going to go format cells. And I'm going to go custom, and I just want day, so I'll just put a D in here and then say OK. To get the next day, what you're going to do is you're going to go equals, and you're going to select the one there, and then you're going to go +1. So basically then what you do is you drag this over until you get 31, or all the columns from where your 1 was to your 31 is. So I'm going to select here all the way back to the 1, and I'm going to conditionally format the width, or I mean not conditionally, I'm going to column width, and I'm going to select 3, or I'm going to key in 3 here. And so then we have basically little squares. So we're happy here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my dates here, and I'm going to put a box around it. What I'm going to do is do the same thing with employees, employee names, and then so let's give you let's say 5 or 6, I don't know how many employees. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another box down here. So we're going to count if there's an X placed in these cells. So we'll use the count if field or function. And so I'm going to count if any of these, and then if it equals capital X, and I'm going to say OK. And then I can drag this across just to see if it works. Let's put in a couple X's here. There you go. It's working fine. This is where you would put employee 1, employee 2, right, or Joe Blow, or whatever you want to call it. What you determine is in here you would say this is how many you have working, and on here you would put the number required. So we're assuming that there's 4 required. So what you're going to do is you're going to go do a formula here, and you're going to go equals 4, the number 4, minus whatever the value is in the one above. And then you can drag this across. Okay, so you can black out some of these boxes. You can write day shift here if you'd like. All right. And so now what I've done on here is I'm trying to figure out which days are the weekends. I'm going to use the weekday function. How it goes is Sunday is a 1. It gives a number to each day of the week. Sunday is a 1, and Saturday is a 7. So if it's if the day is a number 1 or a 7, what we're going to do is determine the weekday function. So let's go equals, we're going to go type in weekday. And then we're going to, there's our start date. Okay, so now what we need to do is to get this, is we're going to go equals weekday and we're going to select the day before and we're going to go +1 and we're going to close it and then we can drag that across. We want any day that's a 7 or a 1 to be grayed out in here so you know it's the weekend. So what we're going to do is we are going to select the dates that we'd like to have grayed out, and we go to Conditional Formatting, and I am going to New Rule, select New Rule, and I can use a formula to determine what cells. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click the little red arrow, and I'm going to shift, or I'm going to select these values here. The Conditional Formatting puts absolute references on here, and we don't want the absolute reference on the column numbers, so we're taking off the absolute reference off the C and the AG. And then I'm going to click this, and then I am going to say that if it equals 1, and then I'm going to go to Format, and I'm going to select Fill, and I'm going to select the second one down here, and I'm going to say OK, and OK. So any day that's a 1 is now grayed out. So I will do the same thing. So I've done the same thing for the 7, so now it grays out the 1 or the 7, so those are the weekends. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to black these out because we don't need to see them. And then I'm going to put a box around here, and I'm going to select all of these cells and put boxes around everything. Alright, so that's how you create a shift schedule in Excel. Now, if you wanted to do a night or an evening shift or a night shift, what you could do is just select this and copy it down to a further location. This file is available if you don't feel like doing it. This file is available if you email me directly. I will leave the email in my email address in my description. So feel free to email me if you don't want to create it yourself, and I will happily send you the file that I've just created. Please subscribe.